My teaching philosophy developed over 41 years of teaching in the public schools. And it's a charge that we all have as public school employees and teachers, and that is to educate all kids. And when it comes to music, music is for everyone. From the lowest achieving level of students to the highest achieving level. One of the most important things that I've noticed is that your philosophy comes back to you in the students that you graduate. When you go to their concerts, when you hear them perform by themselves without you around, you hear them speak about things that you have shared with them in class, thoughtful and meaningful ways to inspire people through this great art we call music. And to understand that being a music teacher or a teacher of any kind is not about you, but you have to be able to communicate with students to say, yeah, I think I can do that. I think that is something that I want to try to achieve. And your job becomes very easy. Your philosophy becomes very easy. I can take this piece of music right here, show it to kids, and all there are black notes on the page. And that's just the beginning of understanding the music. The philosophy of the music is what's behind this music. Who was Beethoven? What was his philosophy? Why are these series of black notes different than any other composer? What is he trying to communicate to us? Do we understand it? And that's the fun part about teaching. And that's what really excites kids. So it's a philosophy of the whole learner. What we've done here in Fraser during my tenure here is that our philosophy of education, music education for all, after a long period of time where we did not have elementary vocal music education, we successfully re-implemented it. So in these hard financial times right now, we are able to implement a K-12 vocal music program. So all of those kids from DK, developmental kindergarten, all the way through 12th grade are now being exposed to vocal music. Well, the challenge is that you're not going to be able to reach every kid, but you never give up. And you never give up, and you don't teach to the level, you don't teach to the lowest level of accomplishment, but you teach to the highest. And you become a lighthouse. The teacher becomes a lighthouse. Great music education involves the entire community. We have an initiative here for many years. It's called Professional Learning Community. We've implemented that in the vocal music program, and that is involving local universities coming here to work with our kids. We have our choirs, of course, perform in the community. We've partnered with local orchestras. Music is a professional learning community. It's not just what happens here, it's what happens out in the community. And then you build support for your program. You build audiences for your kids. You let them know and show them that music can make a difference, that it does have an impact on the community and a positive one. As a music teacher, I can go to concerts of former students or hear their solo recitals, see and hear what they're doing. But I think I'm lucky enough because a lot of these kids are in college, they have solo careers, they're all over the country. We have one working in Carnegie Hall, one working at Interlochen, and you hear from these kids and they tell you what a good experience they had, not just in the music department, but in the entire school. It's not something you're thinking about every day. You don't stand up in front of the choir while you're doing Beethoven or Bach or anything and say, gee, what impact am I having? The impact comes much, much later. But I would like to think that we here in the Fraser Public Schools have made them intelligent consumers of music. Music is for now, there's music for now, to be consumed for now, but then there's this whole body of music that is forever. And these composers become your friends, and these pieces of music you go back to. It's like cool water on a real warm, hot day. When you listen to the Jupiter Symphony of Mozart, you can do that your whole life. And I think that's probably one of the proudest things that I could talk about. I really, really revel in the idea of preparing my choir and then giving it to somebody else to work with in a finished performance and see how well they do and how they really do get it. Or if this past year, the kids sang at Carnegie Hall. And to sit in the audience and watch your kids do that is just an incredible spiritual happening. I mean, it's like an out-of-body experience. Like, those are your kids. They're on that stage. They're performing without you. And that's what I guess that's what we want to do, have independent performers. And eventually to get yourself out of it and revel in their accomplishments.